Imagine a computer that sits quietly on your desk, takes almost no space, makes zero noise, but delivers the kind of power that forces every other desktop in its price range to rethink its existence. That's exactly what Apple is preparing with the Mac Mini M5, and today we're diving deep into the most exciting upgrade this tiny machine has ever seen. If you're thinking about buying a new computer, or if you just want to know what Apple is planning next, you're in the right place, because the Mac Mini M5 is shaping up to be the biggest leap in Apple's compact desktop lineup. The story of the Mac Mini has always been simple. Small computer, big performance. But with the M5 chip, Apple is taking things to an entirely new level. The M5 is not just a mild upgrade, it's expected to bring a dramatic boost in CPU and GPU efficiency, allowing the Mac Mini to perform like a high-end workstation while staying cool, quiet, and insanely power efficient. Imagine running heavy apps, editing large videos, or multitasking across dozens of windows without hearing even a whisper from your computer. That's the future Apple is building. What makes the M5 so powerful is not just raw speed. It's the architecture behind it. Apple is refining its 3-nanometer design, and with every generation, they extract more performance while using less energy. In simple words, the Mac Mini M5 gives you more power for less heat, less noise, and less electricity. This is the kind of efficiency you only see in well-designed machines where hardware and software work like a single brain. But the exciting part is what this chip unlocks for creators, gamers, editors, programmers, students, and everyday users. With the M5, Apple is pushing desktop-level performance into a price category that was once dominated by bulky towers. You no longer need a giant machine with loud fans to get serious work done. The Mac Mini M5 brings a kind of performance previously limited to high-end laptops and pro desktops, but in a compact box that looks almost too small to be real. Now let's talk graphics, because this is where Apple is planning a huge upgrade. The M5 is expected to deliver noticeably better GPU performance, giving the Mac Mini enough power to handle heavier workloads like 3D rendering, advanced video editing, game development, and AI-driven tasks. Apple has been improving its GPU every year, and the M5 is rumored to push things even further: faster rendering, smoother playback, and the ability to handle complex tasks without dropping frames or slowing down. If you use design apps, 4K, video editing tools, or run simulations, this upgrade will feel like a breath of fresh air. Then comes the question many users are asking: is the Mac Mini M5 good for gaming? Surprisingly, the answer is yes, better than any previous Mac Mini. Apple's gaming focus is becoming clearer, especially with technologies like Metal 3, hardware-accelerated ray tracing, and game porting tools that make it easier to bring PC and console titles to the Mac. With the M5 chip, you'll see smoother gameplay, higher frame rates, and better graphics for supported games. No, it won't replace a dedicated gaming PC. No. But it will definitely offer enough performance for gamers who want a simple, silent desktop that can still handle modern titles. Another big upgrade with the Mac Mini M5 is memory. Apple is expected to support higher unified memory options with faster bandwidth, means smoother multitasking, faster loading, and better performance when switching between heavy apps. Whether you're running multiple monitors, using external storage, or switching between Chrome tabs, Photoshop, Final Cut, and other demanding programs, the M5 chip ensures nothing slows down. With higher unified memory, you simply get more space for your apps to breathe, and speaking of space, let's talk about the storage. Apple is improving SSD performance across its lineup, and the Mac Mini M5 will likely offer faster read and write speeds, giving you quicker boot times, instant file loading, and smoother project previews. For creators working with large libraries, or huge 4K and 8K files, this is a major improvement. Now, let's talk design. Apple rarely changes the external look of the Mac Mini, and for good reason. It's clean, minimal, and timeless. But this time, there are whispers of possible tweaks, maybe slightly better thermals. It's maybe a redesigned internal structure, maybe new material choices. Even if the outside stays the same, the real change is on the inside. The M5 chip will run cooler, meaning Apple can push performance without compromising silence. And that's the beauty of the Mac Mini. It sits there quietly. It's almost invisible, yet powerful enough to compete with desktops 3 times its size. Connectivity is another area Apple is likely refining. Faster Thunderbolt ports, upgraded HDMI, improved Wi-Fi, and next-generation Bluetooth are all expected. These upgrades might sound simple, but they make a huge difference for people using multiple displays. External GPUs, audio interfaces, or high-speed storage devices. Better connectivity means more freedom to build the setup you want. And this brings us to something even more interesting: the future of Apple's ecosystem. The Mac Mini M5 is not just a computer, it's a hub. It's a hub for accessories, for displays, for workflows, for entertainment systems, for home studios, for coding setups, and for creative workspaces. This is a machine designed to fit anywhere. On your desk, behind your monitor, in your studio, or even in your living room as a media server. Apple knows the Mac Mini is beloved because of its versatility, and with the M5, they're giving users even more flexibility. Now let's talk about something every viewer wants to know: price. Apple usually keeps the Mac Mini's price attractive. And even though the M5 will be more powerful, Apple is expected to maintain competitive pricing. This means the Mac Mini M5 could become one of the best price-to-performance deals in the entire Apple ecosystem. For students, small businesses, creators on a budget, and professionals who want maximum power without paying for a Mac Studio, this device is a dream come true. But what about real-world performance? That's where things get exciting. The M5 is expected to show major improvements in CPU speeds, GPU performance, AI processing, and energy efficiency. Tasks that take minutes could now take seconds. Heavy software will run smoother, and AI features will feel more natural, faster, and more responsive. Apple is building the M5 with machine learning in mind, which means smarter apps, faster workflows, and better performance for everything from photo editing to voice processing. Imagine editing a 4K video with multiple layers, exporting a project that usually takes 10 minutes, but on the Mac Mini M5, it finishes in less than half the time. Imagine running an AI tool that usually stutters, but now feels instant. Imagine having multiple apps open: Safari, Chrome, Lightroom, Final Cut, Spotify, Discord, and the system doesn't even break a sweat. This is what the M5 is expected to deliver, and if you're someone who uses multiple displays, the Mac Mini M5 is going to feel even more powerful. Apple is improving multi-display support, meaning you can run higher resolution monitors with smoother performance. Whether you're building a productivity setup, a gaming cockpit, or a creative workstation, the M5 chip will support it effortlessly. Now here's something many people overlook: longevity. Apple Silicon devices last longer because the chips maintain high performance even after years of use. The M5 chip, built on an advanced architecture, extends that lifespan even more. Buying a Mac Mini M5 means you're investing in a machine that will stay fast for years, handle future macOS updates easily, and remain powerful long after most Windows machines slow down. Battery isn't a concern for desktops, but efficiency still matters, because efficiency means lower electricity bills, lower heat, and a cooler workspace. And the Mac Mini M5 excels in every one of those areas. Finally, let's talk about who the Mac Mini M5 is really for. If you're a student, this machine gives you speed, silence, and reliability. If you're a content creator, the M5 gives you high-end performance without spending thousands on a Mac Studio. If you're a programmer, the M5 gives you fast compilations and smooth multitasking. If you're a home user, the M5 gives you a fast, stable, tiny computer that handles everything effortlessly. And if you're a business owner, the M5 gives you a powerful, energy-efficient device that saves space and runs silently in any environment. The Mac Mini M5 is not just another Apple product, it's a reminder of what technology should be. It's powerful, quiet, efficient, long-lasting, and accessible. Apple is building a machine that proves you don't need a huge tower for huge performance. You don't need loud fans for fast computing. You don't need a high price tag to get incredible performance. So as we wait for the Mac Mini M5 to officially arrive, one thing is clear. This will be one of the most exciting desktop releases of the year. And for many people, it might become the easiest buying decision they've ever made. A small box with giant performance, a tiny footprint with massive power, and a price that makes it even more impressive. The Mac Mini M5 is more than a computer. It's a quiet powerhouse built for the future.